Alright, on this episode, today we're working on my 72 C10. Specifically, the charging system, because it's not charging properly. We're going to, number one, learn some stuff about the voltage regulator. Number two, we're going to figure out that there's a diode in the wire and continuity is hard to figure out with that. And number three, as soon as we get it fixed, I'm talking seconds after I fix it, realize I got another project. So we find out I'm going to work on this truck for the rest of my life because something's going to break every time I fix something. Frickin' kidding me. Let's jump into it. So I just did that check where you would unhook the positive and the engine dies. Generally your alternator. I did that, swapped the alternator. Same thing. Didn't fix it. So I'm going to try to troubleshoot this and see if we can't figure out what the problem is. So let's check this voltage on the battery while it's not running. About 12.5. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I want about 13.5 when this alternator's kicking to keep my stuff charged up. So we're going to crank it up here. Okay, so there's an exciter wire going to this voltage regulator right here. And when you turn the key to the accessory, you should have some voltage. That lets the alternator know it's go time. So we're going to check the voltage on that and see if it's getting there first. And we'll see what's going on. Come on! Get some. And it should be this wire right here. So let me get my meter and see if we're getting anything right there. Alright, I got the key turned to accessory. See if this exciter wire's got anything going to it. Do you want to check the brown one? Make sure you got your good ground right here. Nothing! Look at that. Look at it. Would you look at it? Freaking. Can you see it? Look at it. There it is. Basically nothing. So I don't got no voltage going here, so the alternator probably don't know it's time to just give her the juice, you know. So I'm going to track that back. Oh, hey. So when I put the steering column in, I took out the 85 model column that had the key here, and I put the key back in the dash where it was intended. And I think I possibly did not hook up the exciter wire. So we're going to trace the wire back here, make sure it's hooked up to the accessory switch, and go from there. Alright, so while you were gone, I got up under the dash and checked all the brown wires, hooked them up to the accessory wire, and I wasn't getting nothing up here. So now I'm going to start here, track back, try to figure out where exactly that is, or if there's a break in it or something. So here we go. So what we're going to do here is we're going to jab this in this end of the exciter wire and track it back. We want to hear. Make sure we got continuity so we can find it. Pro tip out there, if you sharpen these sharp enough, you can just shove them through the insulation on the wires. You don't have to cut nothing or strip anything back. So I'm just gonna stick all the brown wires until I find it here, and then we'll go that direction. Alright, so that's what we got. I'm checking my continuity from the brown, the dark brown. Trying to trace it back under the dash and make sure it's all the way there. I got it here on this wire. Found it. But when I go to the bulkhead back here, I've checked every color. As far as I can tell, they all go there. So we're going to pull all this off. If there's a break in the wire somewhere. Here we go. Alright, so I got the little factory wire loom situation pulled off and figured out why I couldn't find my continuity. Found this diode here. It's only lets electricity go one direction, so that's why I could find it here and not back there. Sticking to my never ask anybody anything to help you. Got this piece of house wire tied in. Got it right here. Got my meter hooked up to it. Found me some continuity. Up in there somewhere. Alright, here we are under the dash. Got a couple of brown wires stripped back here. I don't know if you can see. But let's check them out. Nothing there. Oh. There she blows. That's my exciter wire right here. So probably what I'm gonna do is just hook it in right here. This hot wire. See if that'll excite the regulator and get her charging. Let's do it. Got my regulator hooked back up in there. I know you can't see it, but you can imagine. And I've confirmed I got voltage. Got a good ground here on my meter. Got it mounted right there. So I'm not a scientist, but for some reason, when I hook up to my regulator, I'm only getting 5 volts. If I unhook from the regulator, I'll get the 12. So I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Somebody else can tell me why that is. But with battery, I'm looking at, come on. $11.69.
69.
So we're going to crank it up. Battery dying. Alright, giving her the juice now. Also, I thought starting from the passenger side might help. We can left foot it. Not at all. Alright, take 14 on trying to start this bad boy. Why do I suck at life? About frickin' time. So let's check our charge. Now, yeah, man. Go. Brother. Alternator got.
them out.
Okay, I can't be the only person on the planet that every time I fix something, something else breaks. So, just got my alternator, regulator, exciter wire nonsense figured out. And it sounds like somebody's taking a leak on the side of my truck here. So I look around. Freeze plug blowed out. Great.